What's up, Internet? We are back with our N64 bizarre-ass multi-cart with all these awesome games and some really subpar ones. Last time we did a lot of Mahjong and some Kick-in Tetris. Next we have Manual 12 Pages. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again if this is your first episode of this whole pirate multi-cart thing. This is the manual to the cartridge itself. But it's weird because, first of all, it's in the game section of the SD card, but second of all, it's not even the actual manual to this cartridge. See, this cartridge is a flash cart at its core, even though it markets itself as a multi-cart. It's sort of like a bad knockoff of an EverDrive, but this manual isn't for this, it's for an actual EverDrive. It actually has, like, the images of an EverDrive on it, for some reason. So I'm guessing this must be just like the guts to a repurposed one, or when the pirates made this cart, they just swiped an entire ROM set, including the manual to an EverDrive, off some kind of EverDrive site. I genuinely don't know, but it's a weird thing. Anyway, next time we are going to be playing Mario Golf, so let's go. Because Mario Golf, it's golf, but with Mario. This is a game I actually remember playing very fondly, even though I'm terrible at sport games. And it's by Camelot, the blokes who brought us Golden Sun. And I love Golden Sun a lot. And Shining Force, which was like my intro to anime. So I remember renting this once as a kid and really remembering it really fondly. So we can either play as Peach, Baby Mario, some guy named Charlie, or Plum. Now, I played as Plum when I was a kid, and she's, like, supposedly, like, one of the easiest characters. I like her. It's sad because she's not in anything, but we're gonna play as Plum and do the Toad Tournament. Or at least, you know, play for a little while. So, Toad Islands, hole 1. Let's play some golfing. Okay. I have played this game once, and it was about 30 years ago, but let's go. So, I'm thinking the wind indicator is the little flappy flag at the top, which is not the best indication of what the wind actually is. Like, I assume it's slightly to the right, so we'll nudge it this way. Is there a... Okay, that's not useful. That's actually useful. Okay. How do I... Okay, so we can actually just track the shot. That's useful. Okay. How do I get out of this mode now? There we go. Okay. Oh, the wind is the boo. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to assume that means that the wind is blowing east to west then. So we'll go slightly that way and hope we see what happens now. Bop! Let's see what we can do. Alright, that's not a bad shot. I really want to play the Switch one of these. Mostly just because I got a brand new Switch for free and I want games for it. Even though I already have a Switch that I'm very much not using all that much. Okay, so if we go full force, we're going to overshoot. So what we'll do is we won't quite go that far. So we'll go probably about there. And let's see what this does. Okay. That wasn't quite as far as I would have liked, but that's not bad. Looks like we should be able to putt our way in. I'm assuming that full grid is basically our... Okay, that's weird. The actual flag seems to be moving with the camera. That's a bit weird. Okay, but it looks like the grid is like our full shot powers. So if we go something like that... Oh! Mario Golfin, come on. Okay, so let's just tap it in like that. There we go. That's a rather nice animation. I like that. Link. Screw that guy. Still, we got par. Good enough. Alright. This is definitely a game I want to get. Even if I'm not super into sports, like Mario sports are kind of fun. But this just makes me want to play more Golf Story, which I haven't played in forever. And What the Golf. Okay, so it looks like our shot should get about just a hair. There we go. Okay, we want there. And I'm thinking about that much power. Let's see how that goes. Oh, not bad.
Nice on.
Yeah, alright, I can work with that. Now, what sort of... Here we go, okay. I'm thinking we need about that much power. Oh! Oh, this is mini golfing with me. Yes, absolutely. You need to have some weird nonsense in your golfing games to make it interesting. That's why I like Golf Story. That's why I like What the Golf. If you haven't played either of those games, you should, because they're unbelievably good like that. That's why I played the shit out of, oh, that was bad, Candy Stand Golf on Flash. Oh, that's so bad. It's also why I really want to play that Korean Golf MMO. What is it, Pangya? That game always looked really cool, and I know there's two, like, console versions of it. Plus one shit. Still, you know, I do like golf when golf is interesting. Yeah, the grid is a little bit convoluted, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 16 meters, so we want to go hard, basically right where it's going. So, yeah, right about there is probably where we want to go. Let's see what we can do with this plum. Don't end up in the sand trap, please. Also, nice sparkle effect. Yep, there is a PSP port of Pangya. There was also 2 on the Wii. Also, there's Kirby in the background. Okay, so it's... Wind's gonna be blowing about this direction, so let's... Oh, that's not ideal. I might have misjudged the wind a little, but...
Nice on.
Yeah, I really do want to get that version of Pangya. Like, there aren't a ton of PSP games I'm interested in. That's definitely one of them. That and Battle Dodgeball 3. Oh! But to be fair, Battle Dodgeball 3 you can't even get anymore. Because the way it was released was stupid. And it makes me sad because I am the biggest fan of the Great Battle series and I want to own all the games. So the fact that there's one that I definitely can't own pisses me off. Especially because I do have the 2 rarest ones. That cost absolutely a fortune to own. Ugh. Damn it. I'm behind Fly Guy. Ugh, what is wrong with me? Okay, par 5. This is going to be a big hole. Wind is... I think we're going against the wind. Again, I like the graphical interface of the 3D Boo telling us where the wind is, but it's a little hard to see if he's facing the wind or going against it, but... I'm just going to assume we're facing the wind, in which case we just want to power shot it as hard as we can. Okay, it's gonna take us backwards, so we probably, what's the looking like this? Okay, so actually, if we could get it like right there, but we probably don't want to get it super far into the rough either, so there might be the best idea. Yeah, I think Sunny's a completely different character. I'm pretty sure this is the only one where Plum was a playable character. Oh, okay, we're on the green. We're on the green. Are we on the green? Yeah, good enough. Okay, what does this look like? We might be able to make this shot. I would suggest maybe kind of shooting over in this direction, though. Okay. And hopefully the wind will take us where we need to go. Ooh. Oh, that really looked like I was going too far and it wasn't enough. Okay, well, let's take our sandwich. Smack it out of there. Okay, well, if we get it here, we'll get a birdie anyway. I don't think we'll be able to do it, but let's sort of... Okay, let's take a shot at this. Oh, good enough. Oh, stop rolling, please. You're going in the wrong direction. I will say this was easier to do with a car in Chorokyu. I missed that. Okay, there. Let's say that's putting strength we need. Oh, come on. This is exactly like playing Chorokyu golf. God damn it. +2. Freaking hell, I am out of practice. I just remember playing as Plum back in the day. Some better character design I really liked, but the sad thing is she's not in anything else. Like, she's not even in any other Mario Golf games. This is the only game she's in. Okay, so the wind is... Okay, so it's actually directly behind us, if I'm reading the interface properly. So, knowing that, if I go here and just smack it as hard as I can... Let's see what we can do. Yeah, alright. Well, she has the advantage of being one of the, like, easiest to play as characters, as I understand. But she's also, like, you know, just one of the first characters you have, so... Okay, so what way is the boo facing? It's... I like the idea. I'm not sure I like the execution. Okay, so it is still directly behind us, basically. So if we go kinda in this direction, and if we smack it to about there, let's see what happens. Oh, in the rough. I typically like Peach in pretty much every other Mario game. Okay, so... Like, Mario Golf, or Mario Kart, or Mario Party, that's the one I'm thinking of. I will pretty much exclusively play as Peach. She's my girl. And I think we're going to have to play some Mario. Oh, that close-up cam is killing me. Alright, let's just... Come on. Yeah, there we go. I don't even care. I'm proud of that. Hole 6. Let's do it. Par 3. And I am having fun with this. You know, normally I only want to give these games like 10 minutes each, but I want to play this whole thing. Alright, so the boo is still basically behind us as I activate Vomitron mode. So, should be able to just smack it in there from about there. Well, that was not ideal. See how that plays out. Oh, not bad.
Nice on.
Could have been a little closer, but... Yeah, there we go. Finally I did something right. How the hell is Fly Guy at -6? Alright, par 4. And the nice thing is, because I have to reset the console, it will save it. So I get to save that coin for next time I play this game. And I actually do want to play this game again, so that'll be good. Alright, I think, again, wins at our back or at our front. Either way, we just have to smack it as hard as we can. No idea who Yuki is, or Uki is. Maybe he's the usurper Pumpkin King. Okay, so if we smack it right there, let's see what we can do about that. Just go full force and hope it works. Right? Well, we avoided the... Ooh. Might be able to put it in from there. I don't... Let's try putting it. It might be the monkey from Yoshi's Island. Yeah. Okay, so what kind of power are we going to need for this thing? I'm thinking about there. Way too much. And now we get par. Hopefully. Way too little. Oh my god, I'm crap at Mario Golfing. I need to play more Golf Story, I guess. Alright. Or more Choro Q Golf. Oh! Come on. You know, I played a lot of the NES golf game with Mario in it. I should be good at this, but I'm not. How are you at -6? Like, I don't see how that's possible. DDR Mario Mix, man. I have thought about that slightly more than the weird N64 DDR game that Disney had for some reason. No wind. Okay, so just straight shot. Smack. I do like that shiny effect. Makes me feel like I did a good thing. I don't get that feeling too often. Alright, so... It's basically going to take 3 swings just to get there. Alright. Woo! Okay. That's okay. That's fine. Fairway. It's not quite full power, but it's not quite not full power. So maybe something like that. I'm kind of counting on it rolling. That was not quite what I needed it to do. But we went with something like this. That one well over the hole. Man, I am bad at golf. Okay, so that's the full extent of our power shot. So let's go to about there. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, man. Oh. I hope this is 9 holes, because this is running long, and I do have to do the other games on here. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? We got... Okay, so the Boo is facing to the left, which means he's going straight forward. So he's actually going to... We're either going against or for, so either way, just take a straight shot and just power drive it. That was not ideal, but we didn't hit the sand trap, so that's important. Okay. Okay. Now we could actually potentially hit there. Gonna try slightly to the right of the hole. Just trying to count for the wind a little bit. Ooh, okay.
Nice on.
Yes, just imagine plumb-lamenting the front of a scoreboard with Monty Mole there. Frickin' Monty Mole, man. He's too big for his britches, and he doesn't wear britches. Okay. I'm thinking we need about that kind of power. Oh, that could have worked. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, well, we'll just have to... Something like that should work. Should work. Should work. Come on. This is exactly mini golf with me. It's like... I'm the guy who ends up, like... missing 6 times at the hole. Okay, I get that this is the halfway point, but... I would like to save and quit. I will save there. And then we'll reset, and we'll move on to the next game. That's a lot of fun, though. I could see sinking a stupid amount of time back into that game. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so our next game du jour is going to be Mario Kart 64. This is a game well thought of by a lot of people, and it has my favorite track in it. But I prefer Double Dash. I still think Mario Kart Double Dash is the best Mario Kart. But let's play some 64. 1 player because I'm lonely. 50cc because I'm slow. And of course we're gonna pick Peach because she's a girl. What's my... I think, yeah, this is gonna have my favorite track in it. I like Calamari Desert. It's my favorite Mario Kart track of all time, and I couldn't tell you why. Other than it has a train in it. I haven't played this game in years, so this is gonna be interesting. I gotta remember how to, like, do quick turns and stuff on my non-standard controller. Alright, so it's time to figure it out. Okay, so C down is use item. Got it. Okay, so quick turn is shoulder buttons. Got it. Not to be confused with the Z button, which is also my shoulder buttons. Oh, okay. And then Boo will swipe something from enemies, if I recall. Or am I thinking Mario Kart or Mario Party? Probably both. Alright. No, I don't want to see any of that. What do we get this time? Come on, something good. Unfortunately, of course, Mario Kart being... I'm so good, I hit myself with my own shell. Awesome. I remember once on, I think it was the jungle track with, like, the river, there was, like, this weird thing where I hit something, like, I hit the lip of a jump so weird that I actually, like, flew in the sky. That was one of the fake ones, but I have unlimited boost now, so it doesn't matter. Unlimited boosts, let's go. There we go. No, I think that, Boo just swipes something from your opponents. Oh, man. Freaking love Mario Kart, but I have not played it in forever. You know, I want to complain about the Switch Mario Kart, because, I mean, it is effectively, until they added DLC anyway, it is effectively the Wii U Mario Kart, which would be fine, except they made everything already unlocked. Which, as someone who loved Double Dash, just for how much content you had to unlock and how much stuff had in it, you know, not having anything to unlock in-game was like the boringest thing ever. And it had some great tracks, but it's like I can see everything from the start. How boring is that? I want to unlock stuff. I want to progress. I want to feel like my kart and my skills are getting better, not just you know, I have everything from the start. Same reason why I don't want to play exactly a game with, like, unlimited money, you know, like, yeah, you can do it, but, like, once you have unlimited money, what do you do with it? Makes no sense to me. Oh, Monty Mole, you keep ruining things for me. You ruined golfing for me, now you're ruining karting. When is enough enough for you? You stupid... Eat a red shell. Whoa! Ah. Peach on a motorcycle's great. I do like the motorcycle stuff. That's cool, but it's like, you know... If I want to play the good version of this, I have to play it on the Wii U. Which, to be fair, would be cheaper, but, like, I bought it on the Switch so I could play it on the Switch. Haha! Take that, Monty Mole, you bastard. Get out of the way! Oh, I was gonna plow into Donkey Kong. Then he would have regretted that time he kidnapped not me, but the other lady, Paulina, or whatever. The mayor of the city she weirdly named after her captor for some reason. Why exactly was New Donk City named after the monster that kidnapped the mayor? That makes no sense. It's true, unlimited money does cause rampant inflation, I guess. I don't know, I learned that with the very, very broken Harvest Moon DS, where, like, there was a glitch where you could get infinite money, like, instantly, and it's like, okay, but what do you do when you have infinite money? Because you've got nothing to work towards. You know? That game had 1,000,001 problems, though. As I've said before, like, the first time I played Harvest Moon DS, I hit a glitch that made it so that all the doors were permanently locked and none of the characters spawned, and that was how it was on startup, and I just could not figure out what was going on. That game was such a terrible mess. No, I'm pretty sure New Donk City is named after Donkey Kong for some reason, but I don't know why. That or Donkey Kong is named after the same thing that caused New Donk City to be named after a thing, which, I mean, at some point is just arguing semantics. Alright, got the mushroom. They're delicious raw, but I don't like them on my pizzas. But I do like them raw in salads. Or just as snackables. Oh! Come on! I had a shortcut lined up and everything. Why am I just the worst? Alright. Take that. Whee! Oh, come on, physics. I know we weren't exactly friends in Road Trip, but you could at least be friends with me now. Whoa, don't want to hit those crabs. I am super far behind. I am surprised at how quick I'm falling behind on stuff, and I, like, don't see the people in front of me. Oh. Oh, this is 50cc. Because, you know, I'm just doing this to show off the games on the cartridge. I'm not, like, trying to play competitively or anything. Besides, I haven't played this game in, like, 20 years. So I'm not trying to actually play this well. And that'll be my excuse to the day I die. I'm not trying to do anything well, I'm just trying to show it off. That's it. It's a perfect excuse. It's fine. Whoa! I don't want to hit that, though. If you want to see peak driving, go watch my road trip playthrough. Because I dare you to find a better monster truck Torino delivery driver than me. Even I make Takumi jealous, and it's great. Okay, yep, just gonna avoid that water, that's great. Yeah, that's kind of weird. You can put hot milk in a fridge in Harvest Moon and it's preserved as hot milk. Harvest Moon is a series of weird things. I mean, it in and of itself is a weird thing now because it isn't even it anymore. Because of the stuff that went on in the background. So thanks, Natsumi. I guess we're just gonna stick to Story of Seasons now, because that's actual Harvest Moon, and actual Harvest Moon can burn. Because Harvest Moon hasn't been good since, like, the Game Boy Advance. Alright. Yeah, Harvest Moon is... Basically, it's not Harvest Moon anymore. It's Harvest Moon in name because, as I understand, like, Natsume owns the name, but everyone behind it has gone on to basically make Story of Seasons, which is Harvest Moon in everything but name because it's got the same people making it and stuff. So basically, if you want to play Harvest Moon, you play Story of Seasons, which is why Friends of Mineral Town is actually called Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town now, which is weird and complicated. And there's the train that I love with a passion, and that's why this is the best track in all of Mario. But to be fair, Harvest Moon hasn't been good since, like, Friends of Mineral Town. I like this course because of that train. I think you can go on the track too, if I recall. But it's, like, hyper dangerous to do so. Oh, I really like Mario Kart, but I think I prefer Double Dash to this. The idea of using two different characters that have, like, specialized loadouts was just so interesting to me. Plus, there was a lot of different vehicles as opposed to the generic karts. But I know a lot of people swear this is, like, the one true Mario Kart or whatever. So, I don't know. Well, to be fair, I've played Stardew Valley for about that long, too. And to be fair, Stardew Valley is probably the best Harvest Moon. It's a really good game. And I'm excited for what the creator does next, which I think is some kind of haunted chocolate factory or something. Was the premise that I was told. And that sounds cool. And I will buy it sight unseen just because I like the guy's work. He's a hard worker and he puts a lot of stuff out. He fixes stuff that doesn't work. And you gotta respect a single dev that actually listens to his fans and actually makes something unbelievably good. Whoa! Oversteering. And whiffing that shot pretty hard. Alright. Come on, give me something that's not a shell. See, I could use a banana. Bananas are useful to me. I don't think there's a way to just throw it behind me, though, which sucks. That's another thing Double Dash has. Like, you can put stuff in front or behind you. Give you options. Lots of tactics. Woo! Power Slide. Yeah, Stardew is amazing. And Concerned Ape should be proud of what he did. And I'm glad I got to be a part of it. I couldn't seem to. C down was throwing them forward. And I thought there might have been a way to throw them backwards because I saw someone throw bananas in front of them, but I don't know. I'm not sure what that's all about. I know earlier Mario Karts had some weird, like, chicanery where, like, NPCs could do what you couldn't. So it could be, like, a situation like that, but I'm not sure. Held down and pressed the button, huh? Well, screw it. We'll do another... Well, we won't do a whole cup or anything, because it's like almost 7 a.m., but I'll give it another go, and we'll see in another track if that'll do it, because I'm curious now if you can. Though I'm not going to lie. I think I prefer Mario Golf to Mario Kart. And I feel like that might be a blasphemous thing to say, but I really did enjoy my time with Mario Golf, and I might have to do some more stuff like that at some point. Just gonna vomit up a trophy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yes, it's a big shiny trophy. It's great. Congratulations. She did a thing. Okay, let's try again. We only really need one track. It doesn't really matter which one. Gonna be Peach, because again, she's the best. Let's do Toad's Turnpike. I kind of remember this level fondly. Alright. 3, 2, 1. That was me not timing that right. Okay, so we just need to get a green shell. And to not run into oncoming traffic. Come on, green shell. Okay, so down. Oh, yeah, so it is down and C down. That's interesting. Okay, so you were totally right. It's not a single button. And it might not be the most intuitive thing to do when you're trying to steer, but that's cool. There is actually background tactics for using items. That's cool. And that's the trick item box. And the biggest difference between that is I think the colors are slightly different and the question mark's upside down. Alright. So let's try and finish off this thing and we'll do another game, which I think the next one's going to be Mario 64 for a bit. That's a game a lot of people like. I would love to be able to tell you if it's the special version of Mario 64 that I own or if it's the regular one. But I can't be able to tell. Well, there is technically a way to do it. Okay, I'm holding down. I can't do it there. But I'm guessing it might be a little bit more... Ah! I'm clearly good at this game. What? What? Okay, that's... We got some ground to cover. Get out of the way, Mario. I think that one might have been mine as well. Let's not hit that. That's definitely my box. I'm the best sniper ever. Golgo 13, eat your heart out. I can hit myself without even looking. Alright, what do we got here? Got some red shells that are definitely not going to be used on someone who can defend themselves, obviously. Doesn't look like Yoshi's got a way to defend himself, so bop! Out of the way, Luigi. And now I'm the winner again. Alright. Alright. Luigi trying to play it smart, but is he smart enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Woo! He's trying. He's trying. But he's got one more lap. Woo! They're trying to stop me, but they can't stop me. Thank you, Shell. I owe you. I don't know if that was just because I timed that rotation just perfectly like a total pro, or it just automatically gets rid of one because it's a shield. But either way, it was absolutely not luck. At all. I can assure you. Yeah, I've seen like speedruns of that where you try and hit yourself with a blue shell. Speedrunners come up with some of the weirdest categories to play their games in. I salute that, honestly. You know, I always kind of had an interest in speedrunning, but I don't think I'd ever be good at it with my hands in the condition that they are. And there was one game I always thought, you know, if I'm going to speedrun, I'm going to play this because it's a game I can beat in one sitting. It's a game that's very personal to me, and it's obscure, so no one else will play it. And then I saw someone play it once, and I was sad, so I never did. The bus came in first. I don't know what happened to the music. It looks like it's okay on my end. Okay, well, let's play the next game, which will be Mario no Photopie. Now this, I think, was a disk drive game, so I don't know if this is even gonna work. But it's on the cart, so I guess we'll find out. I think this was supposed to be like a sequel to Mario Paint, kinda. But again, it's a disk drive game. I'm not sure this is even gonna work. I'm currently seeing a no signal sign, so that's not ideal. Okay, so yeah, I don't think this thing can actually run DD games. Which is a shame. It means I can't play the expansion kit to good old reset. Good old F-Zero. And it's not turning back on. Oh, that's concerning. Alright, so I guess this is Mario no Photopie, a disk drive game. So apparently this thing can play disk drive games. I don't know why my thing melted when I first selected it. Maybe some piece of equipment just got disconnected or something. Either way, let's see what this is all about. I don't think we can actually play it, but we'll see. Because I think this is like a... Okay, third-person Marioing in the menu. But most of it's closed. We can go this way, though, so let's go this way. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can actually interact with any of this stuff. Again, disk drive stuff probably required external images and stuff to actually modify this stuff. So this is actually basically unusable. But it's interesting that this thing can actually do disk drive stuff, because for all intents and purposes, it shouldn't be able to. And that's kind of interesting. I can have a non-disk drive thing do disk drive stuff. Oh, hey, we can... Oh, God, it's one of these... I hate these puzzles so much. Actually, I really hate the ones where there's, like, one piece chopped out. Those are the worst. Okay, so... Let's Mario no Photopie our way out of this problem. Nope, that goes over here. That does not go over there. Oh, that's terrible. That... When you move it, it mirrors itself. Is it just me or something like the way Mario's lined up there? That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right to me at all. Okay, well. There is a thing there, which means... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, then swap those two things. And then swap these two things. And then... Oh god, okay, yeah, so every time you move it, it flips. Oh, also I'm a moron. The picture's in the center. And I totally didn't pick that up, because I'm a friggin' genius. Okay, so, Mario's over here, and that's cool. And Toad's over here, being this guy. That's not right, at all. So Toad's over here, being this guy. Okay, okay, okay. This is over here. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh god. Oh god, it's doing that thing. You know that these puzzles with like the one piece moved out that you gotta slide around? It's kind of doing that because we have two pictures left, and neither of them are the right way around, but all the others are. Okay. I'm a moron. I give up on this. Screw it. Screw it. It's not good. It's not good, but it's interesting. But it's not good. But it is interesting. And let's do that. Okay, so let's move on to our next game. Our next game, which will be the moment my thing actually does a thing, it will be Mario Party. Oh, good. Because Mario Party is definitely a fair and easy to play game. It's not going to wreck my hand at all. This is only the game that Nintendo absolutely had to release a bunch of gloves because people maimed themselves over. So that's good. That's good. This isn't going to be bad at all. I actually never did like the the palm rotating nonsense, which is what people really hurt themselves over. I never did that. It didn't ever occur to me. I just spun it with my thumb like a complete moron. But, yeah, so we're going to play Mario Party 1 for about 10 minutes, I guess. Yes, I need to become the superstar. I've played enough of these, Toad. I mean, to be fair, this series hasn't been good since, like, the third one, but I'm here for you. Yes, I can't skip this. Oh, God. Someone held down the controller face down and then rotated. Oh, that's really not healthy for your controller. And to be fair, the N64 controllers were not made well. The sticks were made out of really hard plastic. You could break them super easy. Which is why I'm super thankful for my, like, ridiculously good super controller I've got. Even if some games are just not built for its shape. Seriously, I cannot imagine playing an N64 game with an N64 controller anymore. These are just so well made, and they're actually like shaped for human hands as opposed to an octopus. But Toad, what about the time that Mario Party was all done in a single group in a single car, and no one moved independently, and it wasn't even really Mario Party? What about those rules? You're kind of ignoring that. It's almost like you don't want us to think about that time. How long is this tutorial? I don't remember Mario Party ever having a tutorial. Ever. It didn't need it. It was very intuitive. That was the point. Alright. Yes, I can do another turn. You know, I only want to play like 10 minutes of each of these games, but we're gonna have to like extend it just for this. I wish I could picture this, so that this could run parallel to me playing more Mario Golf or something. It is true, this is the first Mario Party ever. So, like, you know, I guess I have to explain stuff, but they already do that in front of all the mini-games anyway. But Toad, what do the green names versus the white names mean? I mean, I know, but you don't explain that. And when I was a kid, that bugged me. I, Toad, have many stars. Brag about it. Must be nice, being the 1% of stars. They're Toad. This is why no one likes you. And why Toadette is infinitely better. Yes, there's the Happening Star, the Coin Star, and the Super Mini Game Star. I know, just let me play the goddamn game. Alright. Time to go to the Warp Pipe. Depart on an actual adventure. As opposed to whatever that bullshit was. I will play alone because I'm lonely. I have no friends. And I'll be Princess Peach because she's the best one. And we'll pick Luigi, Red Luigi, and Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's awesome. Where do I want to go? DK's Jungle, Peach's birthday cake. I do like cake. Yeah, let's have a cake. Cake is good. It does not matter how long we're going to play because we're only going to be playing for this for like 15 minutes. To be fair, that's a great background though. Man, I am excited to play Mario Party. Last time I did it was when I got this cartridge and we sat around and played all of Mario Party 2. And I get to do that again after this, so that's exciting. It's Koopa Troopa. Alright, so this is where I draw a 1. Actually, that's not bad. I wish the corner placements weren't based on your dice roll, because I don't know why, I just like having my picture in the top left corner. Having it in the top right's kind of just weird to me. Alright, where's the first star, Toad? Right in front of the happy birthday sign. I think I can figure that out. Go get him, Red Luigi. Two. That sounds like right. That's exactly the kind of roll I would make. Alright. Come on, Luigi. That's a 6. Okay, so don't be some freaking palm murdering thing, please. That's all I ask. I'd rather not break my control stick on my nice, expensive controller. Oh, I actually like this one. This is a great one. Alright, so we gotta trace out the face we gotta do, which is Boo. Cool! So it's just an accuracy, follow the line test, basically. I like that Mario went the opposite way. Like, just, you know, you can go whichever way you want. You're not obligated to go clockwise or counterclock. Oh, Mario won. Nice. But I guess we did good enough that we all got points. Except for Luigi. Poor Luigi. He needs to go back to his mansion and cry. Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain about getting coins. Getting coins is nice. Alright. Nothing happened. Well, that's unfortunate. And that's a very boring happening spot. Oh. Yep. This is how I play Mario Party. It's going to get low rolls and negative rolls. It's great. Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, I remember those too. Ooh, bobsled run. Hell yeah, bobsled run. I think I'm thinking of the Mario Party 2 version of this, but yeah, I like this one. So basically mash A and then just control. Got it. This is a classic one. I love this one. I'm bad at button mashing, so this could be an issue, but see what we can do. Oh, yeah, they're ahead of us. But hopefully we can outsteer them. I'm reminded of the candy stand bobsled game, where you'd flip off the side of it and it just yell, "Oh no!" in a really weird way. And for some reason that's stuck with me all these years. Man, Candy Stand had such cool Flash games. And now I think it's just an online casino, which is sad. But I mean, Flashpoint exists, so you can still play all those awesome games. Which is great. Ooh, don't want you passing me. Yow. Need some Eurobeat over this, it'll be great. It'll be the greatest tofu delivery bobsled ever. Yow. Okay, not a lot of control, but that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Because we win. They're just rocking out. There we go. Yay! I'm in second place now. Yay for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing happened. Something's gonna happen eventually. 3. Uh-oh, a thing just happened. Sure, we'll plant a strawberry seed, it'll be great. This flower will steal a star from whoever lands on this space. Ha! That's great. That's not a strawberry, though. I'm just gonna say it. That's not a strawberry. That's not how strawberries work. Oh. Donkey Kong is gambling. That's cute. I like that flower. That needs to be used for a lot of things. Yeah, the snare drum for the result screen does come across as really militaristic, which is kind of weird for this kind of game, I guess. Ha! Coins for Bowser. Bowser's having a good day. Good for you, Bowser. And someday he'll usurp Doug Bowser and become the real president of Nintendo. And honestly, I think actual Bowser would do a better job of it. Yeah, DK's not having the best turn. Bombskit ball. Oh, this can only end well. 2-on-2 bombskit ball. First team to score wins. Press B to jump, shoot. Move, jump, pass when jumping, shoot. Okay, got it. Because this is definitely a safe plan. Yeah, there we go. I appreciate the DK straightening his tie. It shows he's a classy ape. Gotta love that DK. Hell of a set of SNES games too. DK he was rocking in the 90s. Alright. Well, let's see if Mario's gambling can work out for him. Oh, screw you, Mario. But you got the toad and that doesn't count apparently. But you didn't get the Doug Bowser flower, so that doesn't matter. Aw, you can't buy the thing. I bet you feel silly now, Mario. Nothing happened. I gotta admit, this looks like a great cake. And he's just hanging out on top of a giant pile of flan. Have this Bowser cake. Oh, goddamn, DK, you're not having a great time of this. I thought I was doing a bad job. Well, you got a 50-50 shot. So let's see what you got. Red, an interesting choice. There you go. Too bad, you have to go see Toad. Yeah, but you don't have enough coins, so it doesn't matter. Come on, Luigi. Interesting, it doesn't reset when there's only one flower. Like, I feel like if there's only one seed left, they would have to, like, reshuffle them. But I guess not. And only one of them goes to Bowser? That's a weird choice. Also, I'm definitely 100% going to end up going to Bowser. Like, that's just how this is going to work out. Oh, good. This is going to go well for me, I'm sure. And by that, I mean I'm screwed. I'm just screwed. Yep, I'm screwed. Yep, I'm screwed. Okay. I'll trade stars. I mean, sure. Okie doke. On to the next 4-player game where we do Box Mountain Mayhem. I don't remember this one. Okay, break the mountain of boxes, find coins. Game rules. Move, jump, attack, hip drop. Got it. So, whoop, boop. And then bop. And then slap DK for harassment or something. Yeah, the game's got some pretty interesting stage design for sure. Ooh, money for me, thank you. Thanks, Luigi, I'll take that too. I don't know why I keep doing like this weird freaking pile driver on the boxes, but I earned some coins, so that's cool. I still think the best Mario Party game will always be the second one. I mean, it's the only one that let you wear costumes, for one thing, but it had some great maps, some great events. I think some of the most memorable ones, certainly. But Mario Party used to be really, really good, and now it's whatever the hell it is now. Oh. I pick red. Because it goes well with white, which is my go-to color. Alright, there we go. Too bad, I gotta go see Toad. Whatever shall I do? If I win the next one, I could actually buy a star. That could be good. Although that said, so could DK, so we might have to be on top of that. Alright, come on. Ooh, facelift. That one's great. Aw. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Try to get the coins that the Hammer Bro throws down. Watch out, he throws hammers too. Move, jump, hip drop. Oh, I remember this. I remember the Hammer Bro looking like absolute crap. He looks so awkward. Hammer Bro. We didn't have a model, so we just had to make up one on the spot. Hammer Bro. Fine. Yep. Yeah, you can have that. I don't want that. I do want that, though. Or that. Luigi's just gone. That's fine. This is fine. I can live with that. Ah, and it's the last one. Fell into the ocean underneath Green Garden from Bomberman 64. But I've got enough coins at least. So we're definitely getting us a star. Alright. So let's get us that star. Boom! Yo, Toad. I'll take that star. And that... It's a cute cake. It's delicious. But I think that's enough of that. Because we still have one more game to go. And it's already 7:15. So, I really do need to go to bed at some point. But, we still have one more game to go tonight, which will be Mario Party 2, definitively the best Mario Party game. Like, without a doubt. And that's cool. Okay. It's true, there aren't a ton of games where a player can land on a space and make two completely different players swap from first to last. That's a fair point. You know, there's definitely something to say about Mario Party. Now, before we actually get into the game, I've said this before when we first took a look at this cart and I wanted to play some of this, but when I was a kid, I played a Mario Party game. And I didn't know which one, but there was something about it that always stuck with me, and that was the minigame land, which I can't actually go because I don't have any minigames, but there was this orchard, and every little apple tree had an apple on it that corresponded to a different minigame. And for some reason, that screen really stuck with me. So much so that it's the thing I probably remember the most about Mario Party. And if nothing else, that's why this is the best Mario Party game. Now, we're definitely going to, once again, play Horrorland because it's the best map. So, you know, if you saw the first time I showed off this cartridge and just played through an entire round of Mario Party 2, you're familiar with this map already. But yeah, everything about this one to me is iconic. Like this scene, we're running through the tunnels with the character selector. Again, we're gonna go Peach as herself, and we're gonna have Luigi, Red Luigi, and Donkey Kong, and we'll set them on all the same. They'll be normal. It doesn't matter how many turns we're gonna play, because we're not gonna play all the way through. It's cool that the bonus stars are now optional, so theoretically you don't have to deal with like some bullshit nonsense at the last minute making someone completely beat you because of random happenstance. But to be fair, this is a game of nothing but random happenstance, so you know. I feel like you're kind of ignoring part of the main theme of this game. Also, we're all wearing costumes because this is the best Mario Party game. It's got a day and night cycle, and different stuff happens, and it's spooky, and it's such a cool map. I love this game. Also, from what I remember, it doesn't have any mini games that make you murder your palm, which is nice. Because I think Nintendo kind of learned their lesson after the first one. But we gotta beat Bowser so that we can overthrow him so that real Bowser can be the actual president of Nintendo, as opposed to Doug Bowser. Once again, I'm second. I want to point out this is literally the exact order we had last time, but that's fine, I guess. Consistency. So let's go defeat Doug Bowser and let the King of all Koopas become the real president of Nintendo. Also, Baby Bowser's around now, which might make things awkward since this is before he realized that Peach wasn't his mama. Okay, Peach, get a 3. Or don't. If you got a 3, you would have actually gotten some extra money, but that's fine. DK! I like DK dressed as a wizard. That's great. Why are there no other, like, Mario Party games that let you dress up and like wear themed costumes with every stage? It seems like, I don't want to say a small thing because it was probably a lot to like, you know, develop the assets to do that, but it conceptually such a small little add-on that just adds so much. Tipsy Tourney. What do we got this time? Oh, this one. Okay, so we gotta move a shell on the board so it uncovers tiles. This is a pretty good one. It's not overly complicated. It's just messing around with physics. So that's fine. It's not like we have past business with physics and why it's our greatest nemesis. Also, Mario might be ahead of us. This is not ideal. Also, Luigi might be ahead of us. This is still not ideal. Oh, no physics. There we go. Just barely. Man, I love this game. Alright. Go get him, Mario. Show them the power of Red Luigi. I love that every map in this game has, like, interesting and unique concepts to it. Not just theming, but, like, there's individual mechanics for every stage. And that just makes it so interesting. Okay, go get him, Luigi. Whoop. Alright. So what do we got next? Come on. Be Hexagon Heat. That's one of my personal favorites. Yeah! I love Hexagon Heat. I don't know why, but the visuals to this, like the rainbow colored hexagons you run from, something about that, man, is one of the, again, strong visuals that this game just left me with. Something about this, like, rainbow hexagon. I think I had, like, an eraser that looked like this back in elementary school, but something about just, like, the rainbow hexagon makes me think of, like, some kind of candy. Sorry, Luigi. What we got next? I was going to say green, but I guess, yeah, yellow. Also, if you can get under your opponent who jumps, you can kind of bounce them over it. Or you can try to, anyway. Red. Or Aka, as my very limited dime store Japanese would say. And there you go. Ha! Midori. I don't know much Japanese, but I know a few colors. Although all the Japanese I know is purely audible, I can't read it to save my life. And that was mostly just by watching stuff endlessly without subtitles and connecting the dots with logic. Oh, I know a fair number of people who actually know Japanese, and it's impressive they can figure that stuff out. Okay, so we're all doing a battle minigame, so let's do it. Hot ba-bomb. Yep, this one can't go wrong at all. Yep, Shiro, Kuro, Ao, Midori, Aka. I think that's about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's the throw button? That's a problem. I'm dealing with a high-end explosive. What is the command to make me not have it anymore? Oh, I don't know? That might not be good. Oh, I held on too long. Shit. Well, I'm out. If Red Luigi gets this, I'm gonna be angry. I prefer Donkey Kong to get it just because, well, he's out. Go get him, Luigi. You gotta buy yourself a new mansion, so save up all those coins. Well, no new mansion for you. I guess Red Luigi just has to renovate his castle after Wario took over. Man, that's the one Mario game I owned, like, my whole life. And I have not talked about it. I really should do that at some point, make a video on that. A weird game that introduced Wario to the world. Alright, so I want to go this way. 3... 2, 1. Well, I landed on a blue square, so that's good at least. Actually, I've got a fair number of coins all the same, but that's because I won the first round. Alright. So, where are you gonna go, Luigi? Going left. Looks like we're all going left. Oh, not Skateboard Scamper. This is a... Have I ever done Mario is Missing? No, I haven't. I know of it. I've never actually played it, though. Oh, that's the wrong button. I should really pay attention to what the buttons do things. But I guess it doesn't matter now. It's a nice, that's a nice transparency effect on Boo there. He looks actually kind of ethereal as opposed to like a physical thing. That's just sort of a white blob. Hooray! We win, except for me. I'm possessed by a demon forever. Oh, and apparently only DK wins, even though everyone else survived. So I don't understand the narrative there, but one way or another, provided I have the roll, I need a 3. That'll do. I'm just gonna grab my star, thank you. And everyone else can suck it. Hooray! Man, I should really just do like a full stream of more Mario Party, because it's fun. And now all these people have to deal with Baby Bowser. Booette. I'm still waiting for, like, hackers to make an actual proper Bowsette mod for all the Mario games on the Switch. Like, I bought Mario, New Super Mario Bros. U on the Switch just for the inevitable Bowsette hack. But I'm still bitter that Toadette's like a super easy mode, because Toadette is like one of my favorite characters in the Mario universe. Like, so much so when I played Mario Maker, like, she was the character I played as exclusively because I just loved her so much. In fact, I'm thinking about making like an emote of her. Also, good luck getting any coins out of me. I spent them all on a star. But, like, you know, I just wish there was a way to play as Toadette without ruining the game. But there isn't, and it's stupid. I didn't get enough coins. Well, I guess no one gets coins. I'll just keep them. Thanks. Facelift, 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 facelift. Yes! This is a great one. Oh, this is like one of the most iconic things. Because it's based around the weird opening to Mario 64 where you could mess with Mario's face. Now you gotta do that, but you gotta match a face in the center. Okay, so let's start with the... Yeah, that goes there. That looks good. That goes about there. About there. I think his nose was a bit up. And I think his ears were a bit out-ish. I don't know. 3 of us tied. Well, how are you gonna split? Okay, well, I guess that'll do it. Wait, wasn't there 29? Nine plus 9 plus 9 is 27. Plus 1 is 28. The Goomba stole a coin. What a jerk. I mean, I guess he's one of the bad guys. He's sad people stomped on him, so he took one of the coins for himself. He's gonna go after me because I've got the star. Because the AI is not super clever. They just see, okay, this guy's ahead of me, so we're gonna mess with them. And I think the bare minimum he can steal is 10 coins, so yeah. There goes all our coins. Okay, 2-on-2 game. What do we got? Speed hockey. Okie doke. What do we got here? Okay, so we're just sliding up and down, really. It's basically air hockey. Okie doke, I can do that. Which way is it going first? This way. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. I can work with this. And if I fail, it's Mario's fault because he was a bad partner. Shit. Well, okay, that was on me. Thanks for giving us that one, guys. Okay. Oh, come on, that was so close. Alright, there we go. Come on. There we go. Hooray! We won. And the crowd goes wild, and I'm losing my voice. That's not good. And I don't have enough for the star, but everyone else does. That's not great. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. 3, 2, 1. Ho 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 ho. Well, you're all screwed now. Actually, Luigi can still buy the star. That's not good. I wanted Luigi to lose and suffer. I wanted them to take all the money. Grab bag. Well, to be fair, I have been talking for probably about 4 hours now. And I'm someone who spent most of my life as a mute, so talking is actually very, very hard for me in general. I'm not built for talking loud or for a long time, but, you know, I do the best I can. Get off. I think I'm pretty much in dead last. That's not great. Ah, shit. Oh well. And DK was completely lost as to where to go. Wow. I actually did a lot better than I thought I did, but, like, I didn't think I did that well. I thought I came in dead last. Hooray! Plus 10. I'll take plus 10. I mean, that puts me back to where I started. Come on, DK. Just gonna buy that star. And then we're gonna run into Bowser Jr. I really like the mechanic of swapping Toad for Bowser Jr. because not only are you screwing everyone over by taking the star, you're actively going to take away their coins when you do so. It's great. Because it's like a mad dash to 1 point, so everyone's basically trying to be there, but like, you know, they can't get there once someone's been there. Oh, this game is so good. I still say this is the best Mario Party. Okay, this is a pretty dumb minigame, and I don't get to be a part of it, so... Who cares? DK, do a thing. If you pick Bowser Jr., I'll laugh at you forever, so just understand that that's what's on the table. Top right. Or not. Oh, poor baby Bowser. He just wanted to be included. Okay, Luigi. Oop. You're losing your coins. 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, you don't get warped, you just get terrorized by a big eyeball. I kind of like his like, interpretation of what a warp is. But also, you're never gonna get that star, Luigi. I appreciate the optimism, but it ain't happening. Dizzy dancing. Oh, I know this one. You get spun around, and you have to get to the center, if I recall. Yeah, so your controls kind of auto-reverse and are, like, weirdly rotated, I think, by, like, 90 degrees. To sort of simulate being dizzy. Yeah, so my controls are actually, like, flipped, but done. Easy enough. But I do like the look of that music box. That's, or, the record player. That's a very cool design. Like, the people who did, like, the background stills for these games, it's just, they did a really good job. $100 gift from Bowser. 10,000 coin. Oh, good. Thanks for that, Mario. I'm just gonna take some of everyone's coins. To be fair, he's an equal opportunist tyrant. You gotta respect that. I don't have any coins. Sorry. Well, I can't pay the thwomp to move, so I'll just go into the negative. That's depressing. Well, where will Luigi land? Oh. Well, we're with Mario this time. Magnet Carta. Everyone wins coins this time, I think. That's what the gold means. So, using the magnets on the front of the cart, try and grab the coins and chests to cart them over to your team's hole. Move forward, move backward, change direction. Done. So it's kind of tank control-y. Ideally, you want the chest. Unfortunately, it looks like DK just messed with us, and I don't think I can steal that. Although I could mess with DK, so there is that. But alas, they win by 1 coin. DK with your adorable little giant head. How dare you? How dare you, good sir? Oh, and there goes your coins. Alright. My turn. On my turn, I get a 10. And I get all the bank's coins. I'm now rich, which would be a first in my life. Huh. Bet you wished you were here 1 square away and 1 turn before, but you weren't. I was. And Luigi's about to get a star. Freaking Luigi, man. Do it, warp. Now he's going for the obvious star. As opposed to thinking in 4 dimensions and warping, letting someone else get the star and getting a star after that where no one else is. The next star is all the way over there. Oh, that's like an entire continent away. Alright. And Baby Bowser's moved. That's fine, I guess. Sure, whatever. But that's fine. 2 versus 2 game. We get torpedo targets. Oh, this is a fun one. I mean, you can say that about pretty much every one, but we get to steer the sub, we can go forward and back, and DK and Luigi, they get to launch the torpedoes, so they kind of have the more fun part, but basically we just have to steer the sub at targets, and our teammate Luigi will take care of the rest. I trust you, Luigi. And this kind of reminds me a lot of Dire Dire Dogs, which is one of my favorite Mario levels of all time, and probably my favorite music in all of Mario. Unfortunately, we have no exact idea where the freaking targets are supposed to be. So, yeah, okay. I mean, I'll just drive into them. Works fine. How did they hit that? Fire! Luigi, fire! Fire! What's wrong with you, Luigi? We're literally running into them because you're not doing your job. What is wrong with you? You silly green-hatted person. Draw! So no one wins anything. How boring. How terribly gauche. Alright. I think we might do one more and then probably call it, because I've been doing this for about 4 hours. It's almost 8 AM. I should have gone to bed hours ago. But the band is playing, and they're haunted instruments because this is a great stage, and oh god, we're in trouble. Well, I wouldn't mind a 10,000 coin present from Bowser. 20 coins for Bowser. There goes all the money I made, thanks to the bank. I bet Bowser had fun with that one. That's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with... Okay, let's see what Bowser does this time. Come on, do something interesting. Bowser's chance time. I like that they recorded a different version of Chance Time just for the mean one. Oh no. Please no. God damn it. Donkey Kong, you are the worst. Ugh. Son of a... Well. There we go. Freaking hate you, Donkey Kong. You stupid monkey. And your stupid tie. Making it seem like you're classy. Toad Bandstand. Alright. So, it's dueling bandstands. Take turns playing Toad's Opus. Best performance wins. A to play instruments. I'm bad at rhythm stuff, so this will be interesting. And I have no audio to work with, so here we go. Okay. I'm pressing A. I think I whiffed the first turn entirely. God damn it. I can't rhythm. And I have no audio to work with. Oh, alas. Still, I might have to play more of this too. It's a classic. That Mario Golf, definitely gonna have to play more of that. That was fun. Alright, so, based on these past 5 games, plus the manual 12 pages.pdf, would I recommend this? Well, I mean, yeah, Mario Golf is amazing. Mario Kart 64 is often considered to be the best Mario Kart game, although I don't agree. It does have my favorite track, so that's cool. Mario no Photopie doesn't really work. And I mean, it's not supposed to. It's a miracle I can even play it on this, honestly. I didn't think it would work, but it did somehow. Took 2 tries, but it did. Mario Party is legendary. I'm sure people will have in their palms, etched into their bodies for all eternity, the pain of this game, but also how amazing this game is. And Mario Party 2 is the best one, by far. Although Mario Party 3 is pretty good. But we'll be taking a look at that one next time. Following Mario's story, which is... we're going to be playing Paper Mario in Japanese, I guess. Mario Tennis and Mega Man 64. Cool. But that will be next time, I think. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I thank you for being here tonight, making this more than just me streaming to myself, because I do that a lot, and it's sad, and I'm lonely. But if you did enjoy, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we try and stream as often as possible. I should be able to be back tomorrow, I think, for some more Skies of Arcadia. If not tomorrow, probably the next day. It just depends on how my video rendering stuff comes out. We'll see. I've got more Steambot Chronicles coming on the way, and I have got to figure out what I'm doing after Road Trip, because that's kind of done, but kind of thinking about doing Choro Q3, because I do have it lying around. Once again, thank you to Hisuiku Haku, hope I pronounced that right. I'm working on no sleep, and I'm very, very tired. I gotta go do that, but I will absolutely send you a message about Mahjong. We have got to set something up, because I am excited to learn more of that. But you might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff. A couple days ago, put out a video on 96 Flag Rally, a weird Korean rallycross clone that has the most bizarre, out-of-place tonal shifts I have ever seen in an arcade game, and pretty much everything is stolen from everything. So look forward to that. That's a pretty cool thing. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is play a whole bunch of stuff, including awesome Mario Golf, because I'm going to have to play more of that for sure. Maybe someday in the future I'll do a full stream of that. And definitely a lot more Mario Party 2, because that game is just way too good. But yes, we're going to do more Skies of Arcadia. I've been playing it for a few weeks now. And should be able to do it tomorrow or the next day. It just depends when my video's done rendering, because that takes about a whole day. We'll see. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you once again for all being here. And I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.